Hello, in today's video we're going to be looking at the subject of cheap watercolour paper. In my 25 years of painting and teaching watercolour, one of the most common beginner mistakes I see students make is trying to use cheap paper instead of artist quality watercolour paper. This is really a bad thing to do if you are trying to develop your watercolour painting skills. To achieve a lovely translucent effect in your painting, the watercolour paint needs to be able to flow. Whether it is down the paper with the board at an angle, or by being moved around with your brush while the paper is still very wet, but when the board is horizontal. However, if you use cheap paper with little or no sizing on it, the paint is quickly absorbed, just like blotting paper. No flowing paint occurs. It is the sizing that controls how quickly the paint is absorbed by the paper. Sadly, it also adds to the paper production process, which in turn raises costs. Because of the rapid absorption of paint on cheap paper, the paint does not bead at the bottom of a brush stroke. So there is no paint to flow from one brush stroke to another. Yet this is what produces a nice clean watercolour wash. What happens instead is that where the second brush stroke overlaps the first, you get a darker, sharp-edged passage as the two washes combine their tones. This is one of the reasons beginners can have difficulty producing clean, flat washes. Here is a video showing me painting on both blotting paper and good quality Arches cold press watercolour paper. I'll start by mixing the colour I'm going to use, and I'm going to mix enough paint so that I can comfortably cover both of these sheets without running out. And it's important that the consistency stays the same for both sheets. Obviously the colour doesn't matter for this exercise, just wanted a strong contrasting colour. And that will do. All right, so here we have the blotting paper, here we have the Arches cold pressed watercolour paper, and it's 185 GSM or 90 pound. So I'm going to pick up my brush. I'm going to make sure it's a fully loaded brush. So if we have a look here, fully loaded brush is one when you pick it up, it's got so much paint in it that when you do that, some paint drips out. So we'll start with the blotting paper. You see I'm picking up more fresh paint each time. Okay, now we'll do the same. This is on our Arches paper. And again, you can see how the paint is flowing down the paper and it's beading at the bottom of each brush stroke. This is just a fingerprint, bit of oil from my finger. And I have my board at about 15 degrees at the moment. You can see how with the blotting paper the paint didn't flow. Not only that, where each brush stroke overlapped, we're getting these dark lines. Whereas with the watercolour paper, we get this lovely flat, smooth surface. And here you can see how the paint has flowed down the paper. And even now, while I'm talking to you, the paint is still flowing down, and in time you'd even see a little bit more moisture build up. Basically, saving money on your watercolor paper will cost you in the long run, as you will struggle to achieve the results you're after. Worst case scenario is that you might give up on watercolor, as it may seem impossible to get the results you're after. If you really want to save money, then rather than using poor quality paper, use good quality paper, but paint on a smaller sheet. This way you will not be handicapped by inferior materials. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. I look forward to seeing you for the next one.